Welcome to the first and probably last.
NPR
Excuse me?
Part 2. This is NPR Part 2.
Excuse me?
This is NPR Part 2. We're gonna talk really close to the microphones and tell you really weird facts.
Oh, I don't know what that is because I actually do shit with my life. Fuck Facebook.
Hey, okay.
What a great start to the first episode. I swear.
Anyhow.
Anyways, you don't know who I am, but you know my partner in crime.
I mean, some like
One of my
like three-
partners in crime. He's
three
probably
people
like
do.
second partner in crime.
I'm second in command. No, I'm third
Yes,
in
you're
command.
Would you say third in command? No, I would say second.
Well, I appreciate that.
Yeah, you should. Pretty goddamn honorable. From the Act Man. My name is Act Man. I am most likely the person to bum you out real quick because the shit that transfers from my brain to my mouth, most likely to make you cry without even trying. And that's what I'm good at. And that's what I mostly do, not on purpose. It's just who I am.
That's who all of us are later on in life. Sorry.
Yeah, excuse you.
I had phlegm in my throat, couldn't get it out. Hi,
Jesus.
People refer to me as Unicorn or Shreddy, but you can just call me Tom.
Wait. Excuse me?
What?
People
What?
actually refer you... Oh, I've never heard anybody refer you to Unicorn ever. Is this one of your artist kook friends?
Yes, a lot of my artist kook friends, they refer to me as Unicorn because a lot of people, my alias on a lot of places is Unicorn Wizard, so might as well they call me Unicorn. And I gotta say, I'm not complaining.
Real clever. But but let me put it this way: I'm the guy that talks a lot of shit with no remorse, just because I like to make fun of. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, making fun of is making fun of because fun is in the title. It depends how you construct it to actually make it funny. So that's what I do, and of course, my second partner in crime can tolerate that. Although there are times where he gets pretty pissed.
I mean, it just depends on the situation. If you did 9/11 too, then I might not be so nice. But
no shit. Although we're still trying to introduce ourselves, and this is what you're mostly going to see through the show. It's just jibber jabber, jumping subject to subject. We're basically like ants. We just scatter everywhere, and in any direction.
And if you drop a leaf in front of us, we'll get lost.
Yeah, basically. Although we could probably haul ass.
I won't. You'll have to carry me like a baby.
Fuck no. With my fucked up back, I don't think so. You better. I'll conveniently have a rope and try to drag you.
Oh, thanks, buddy.
Why no? God, that's fucking dumb. No, I get a wheelbarrow. Jesus. See how much I'm losing it? Then again, I always lose it. Yeah, rope. That couldn't have been more barbaric, dude. I'm so retarded. It's not even funny.
Just imagine you getting on a horse and lassoing me, and then just dragging me along like Marty in Back to the Future 3.
I didn't know you wanted me to give you multiple concussions, and I might fall off on the side and then end up Christopher Reeving myself.
Just like in Back to the Future 3 when they almost fucking killed Marty because they actually hung him.
Well, I haven't seen Back to the Future 3 in a long time, so I could barely remember it.
Yeah, there was a lot of stunts that Marty did himself, and he was being dragged around legitimately by a horse, by a lasso.
Well, Michael J. Fox actually doing the stunts?
Yeah.
Huh?
And
well, you gotta save money somehow, and I guess you're bored on the set, so fuck it, right?
Yeah, and
props.
Dude, Michael J. Fox was a fucking badass. It's really funny because in the movie, I was watching the special features, and he was like, during filming this movie, I learned how to play guitar, I learned how to ride a horse, I learned how to do this, how to do that. I learned about 50 new skills doing this movie, and I've forgotten them all.
Hmm.
And it's like, how crazy is it where like you spend so long and you learn all these new skills, how to play an instrument, how to ride an animal, how to fucking how to ride a skateboard and shit, and all of that is just like you just forget it immediately. It was just really funny because
It must be a hard worker, just learning time is just for the sake of acting too, you know.
and he was doing that while he was doing All in the Family. He was like surviving on like 30 minutes of sleep every day and filming a movie and TV show at the same time. So he's a fucking trooper.
Yeah, that is pretty cool. Well, I can't exactly remember how we end up talking to each other. We said one thing to another. Let's say, and this was on your old ass DeviantArt page.
Yeah,
And
let's
by the way, yes, we met the cancerous of places, but
let's start from the beginning. So basically, we did meet on DeviantArt, the fucking best place for anyone who hates everything, and
wants to put up fetish porn art, and although that's okay,
it didn't used to be that.
Well,
it didn't used to be that.
I mean, it slowly started turning to that obscurity, and I think it was there, but it was more hidden than how it is now, and how
that's the thing.
Most other artists promoted it or making fun of it.
Yeah, it's definitely that. Like, well, we'll get into that. About how like people bringing up shit and bringing light to shitty shit, but yeah, we basically met on DeviantArt, and it was one of those things where you're new to this thing, and then you release your art out, and then somebody favorites a thing that you did, or like subscribes or whatever, and your first inclination
I didn't know you were giving a whole goddamn history on Deviant.
Well, fuck, I'm just being courteous to anyone who isn't familiar, you know? Like,
oh no, I'm pretty sure they're familiar. Hell, maybe they're coming from that account right now as we speak.
Well, what about the people who who don't?
Nope, that ain't my problem.
It is for me, so that's why I'm explaining. So, that's why...
Wait, people, that's his way of saying, fuck you, I'm gonna keep on talking now.
Basically, so...
Politely. That's the most polite way I ever been said, fuck you. No way I just been told, fuck you. Or fuck you, asshole.
But basically, it was probably one of those situations where you favored something of mine or vice versa, and one of us said thank you, and then we were like, hey, you liked music. I like music too.
No. It was more like, you like metal? I like metal too.
You like metal?
We both like metal.
I like metal.
Metal. Oh, I like our metal.
I think
that's how we started progressing, talking more. Plus, we were in the similarities of liking the same fandom.
Yeah, it was oh god, it was Sonic at first. Oh
that
Lord,
little hedgehog went through hell and still going through hell.
Do I gotta explain my history with that? Should I explain all that?
I mean, if you want to, I don't give a shit.
Well,
did you forget who you're talking to?
Well, I just for the sake of time and shit.
Are you scared of what your other viewers may think, or most of the viewers that want to hear your backstory? Are you afraid to confront your fears?
I'm afraid to confront my past. I haven't come to terms with it yet.
I mean, I'd pat you on the back and say, it's okay. I think now is time. But we're like super far away from each other, so can't make that possible.
Well, basically, I
You're
had
in for a story, folks.
I was a huge Sonic fan back in
I think I was a bigger one than you. But I'll get into that a little bit.
Yeah, we will. So, it all started when I was watching a bunch of videos with like fucking with people making like fan characters, and I was like, what a novel idea! I think I might be a part of this. So I made something of my own, which was the worst thing in retrospect because it's the most nothing design, if you can call it that. It's just Sonic with four spines instead of three, one going down, three going up, and black at the tips with three bangs and yellow eyes. That's literally all it was. And for some reason, people fucking loved me. I want to kill myself just fucking. I can't believe
Maybe
that
your original character finally turned into that Pez dispenser that I'd predicted.
Oh my god. I like because Sonic characters don't have necks. We're gonna put the picture up right here. But hedgehogs don't have necks. So like back then I had no idea how proportions work or how to connect a body to a Sonic character.
Dude, you like South Park your character but made the
I
arms
know.
completely longer.
It's horrible. I drew that when I was like 14, man. Like what can you expect from a little shit that fucking does nothing but play Wii games all day?
Well, fuck. I mean, if you play the right Wii games, which are pretty fucking fun. Somebody has been getting the wrong fucking games. Whatever.
I'll be honest. The only Wii games that I played was fucking.
I don't know. Sonic.
No, actually.
What?
Close. It was Brawl, and I mained Sonic.
Okay. Well, when I first got my Wii, that was the only reason why I wanted to get the Wii. Was strictly because of Brawl, because we waited so many years. We're just like, oh, the new one, and I begged my parents, and
me too,
and they were happy enough to say, hey, here you go, happy to give you this. But the way they did it was pretty funny though, because my parents, just the average working family that's just barely getting by, and still to this day, and it's just the thing is, I was getting back into retro gaming, and, collected some of the retro games, but I did have a Nintendo 64, although I wanted to get one back, because, being a big dummy as a little kid, and you want to trade and sell just to get the new console, but then you realize you should have kept your previous one, but you didn't think that shit through. You didn't really know till years later, like, holy crap, that fucking game is now like $100-something just because of its rare value or having the original box.
Oh yeah.
But they were telling me like, oh, well, we can get you Nintendo 64, but we probably can't get you the Wii. And I was like, all right. And then when Christmas came around, and then they had a shoebox, and I can't remember exactly what it said, but it was red. It was just along the lines it said, hey, we couldn't get the Wii, but we know that you're getting into the old video games again. We got you this. And it was Nintendo 64. And, I thought that was really sweet with one controller. And then, out of nowhere, it was actually my grandpa, when he was visiting, he's like, hey, I got you something. Or we got you something. Or no, fuck. No, it was like, hey, your parents got you something else too. And I'm like, what? It was fucking Wii. So they got me both because they just scared, And that was a really nice gesture to get me both. I would have,
That's so cool.
It's really sweet,
That's awesome.
Really sweet. It's funny because that front cover on a fucking shoebox, on a Reebok shoebox, I saved that thing, and I have it hang on my wall because how much it meant to me and how much I cared. Even through a rough time,
that's fucking awesome.
I'm not gonna get too soft, goddammit. Of course, it means some family values.
Family values. That's awesome, dude.
So I still have that thing. It's in my bedroom back in up north. But anyways, continue to Pez, the Hedgehog OG character. Because we want to hear more. Although I heard it so many goddamn times, but
you were there at the crux of my entire life. Like everything that I will explain, you were right at the middle of. And it's so funny because like you have your own perspective on shit and whatever.
Yes.
But like, yeah, I was just a huge Sonic fan, and I saw people making fan characters, and I'm like, I'm gonna do that, the worst. And then I did, and people were just like clamoring over my shit in the beginning. I had like, I don't even remember. It was like 600 fucking followers at that time, and people were making fan clubs of me and shit. I had a plethora of fan art, and I'm still fucking confused by it because I'm an asshole, dude. I'm just some dude. Like, I'm doing nothing, and
You
you
artist
guys
types,
what?
you like to claim that. Well, I would say for major artists, I'm not gonna say who, but you know
Mm,
who, Mr. Wheats,
mm,
are insecure jerkwads.
that's true. That is true. Um, I mean, it just depends on who you're talking to and where you're at, and like what community of art that you're in. Because like if you're
I don't know.
no, yeah, like I totally get what you're saying, but like,
What?
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 What'd you say, boy? Huh? What?
I said it.
What?
I said
What?
that I.
Come on, speak up. What do you speak without knees? What?
What? What a fucking awesome bit.
If any of you get that reference, I think we gotta hang out.
We'll see.
Yeah, probably just more insecure artists roaming about to
Like
watch
me.
us. Well, mostly for you. They're just like anybody else, even in real life, just tolerating me. Like how you're tolerating me.
Oh, come now. We don't want it to default to that.
No, because I can't jerk off live on camera, and I don't want to ever.
We're not on camera.
Oh, but they hear the noise. Hang on. Just gotta. Okay.
Oh, there it is. Wait, hold on. And
Come on, Eileen.
there it is. Ah. What if you came and the first thing that you like every time you came, your urethra would go wahoo.
I would laugh every single time. I think I would just buy earplugs. If it just had a Mario sound effect, and it'll be different each and every time. I'm just like, wah!
Yippee!
Dude, yeah,
on
I
that
would buy earplugs because I would just lose complete concentration because I'll just laugh.
on
And I'll basically have blue balls like,
on that rare occasion, it'll go oof.
like you're being aggressive, and you know you're squeezing really hard. You're about to pull it, and then it just goes. Wah!
Wow.
Oh my god.
Then it plays the fucking Bowser laugh afterwards.
No, the Bowser laugh will only play if you shit yourself.
If you shit yourself.
That would suck, dude.
What if all of us had like that innate ability to fucking make a crazy sound effect happen, but it needs to be like such a specific set of like situations and circumstances that like nobody has found out about it yet, but like it's just a secret that's waiting to be uncovered. Like you have to be like struck by lightning and have your head be pat like 3 times and you got to spin around like it's a fucking like a Konami code and shit. And like
Code.
yeah, up
Any ridiculous ass cheat codes through video gaming history.
yeah, like
And
you
why
have to do
specifically Konami?
because like that's how I can get across that it's like
You really
a
like
code.
their games, don't you?
That this is literally my first time mentioning Konami.
So you don't know any Konami games.
I mean,
You're thinner.
I'm a filthy fucking casual is what I am.
Who am I know? I'm a casual too. I can't even remember. The only one I can think of is
Contra.
Is Contra a part of Konami?
I mean, that's
I
what
don't
Konami Code started.
Mm. Well, the only one that I can think of off the top of my head is Silent Hill. Silent Hill.
Oh yeah.
Until they fucked up that franchise, and then
Oh my god.
damn, what other franchise did they start? Now this is gonna be bothering me. Man,
Every
fuck
time I
that.
try to think of one, it's Capcom.
Yeah, because they got. Then again, the games that they made for Konami, like licensed games that are like from other companies, but they're turned it into classics. Another thing from Konami, Metal Gear.
Oh,
Another
that's
one.
right. Fucking Hideo Kojima himself.
And
I totally forgot
all I
that.
hear is
Hideo Kojima is the fucking dude who basically is the mastermind behind Silent Hill and Metal Gear Solid.
I guess that sounds about right. Alright, you guys caught me. I'm a slight poser. I don't want to remember fucking whatever these names. I got shit to do. I like to go outside, not remember some Chinaman's fucking name. Leave me alone.
Oh lord.
Go outside.
Oh boy.
Go shoot fireworks at your friends. Live a little. Go to a place where you don't belong.
I don't know about that.
I've been to places I don't belong, and some interesting things happen, but maybe we'll get back to that a little later. Anyways, continue the story there, Mr. Pez. George Lopez.
Oh, don't call me that, please.
That does sound bad.
Oh
but
my
I'm not
god.
trying to say in that context, but I can't come back now.
It's just that when I was growing my hair out when I was younger, because this was at the height of when George Lopez was like fucking doing its reruns on Nick at Night, so it was popular when I was in middle school, and it just so happened to be fucking growing my hair out, and my hair just so happened to be the same length as earlier seasons of George Lopez. So guess what people would fucking call me?
I didn't know that.
Oh god, it was. I hated it. People would always tell me, and I remember my dad was like, "Hey, you should embrace it, and you should just go like, I know, huh?" And
I know.
And like, it's just
and then do the weird bug eye thing that he does.
Oh god, I hate George Lopez so fucking much.
Shreddy Wheat's having the personal grudge.
Oh god, he's such a bastard too.
Don't worry, he had a late night show that only lasted 2 years.
I know, right? I know. It was so fucking abysmal. I remember I saw one episode. It was fucking terrible.
Well, when he talks like to the guest, he's very hesitant. Kind of, how I am like right now. About words, not being consistent with his own words or any sentences.
It's because he's a fucking C-lister. He was on fucking Beverly Hills Chihuahua. You really think he has a high acting profile? Idiot.
He was in Spy Kids 3D.
He was. Well, so was Sylvester Stallone.
What? No, he wasn't in Spy Kids 3D. He was in Shark Boy and Lava Girl. That's what it is.
Was that it?
Yeah.
I could have sworn he was also in Spy Kids.
Nah, he was in Shark Boy and Lava Girl, and Sylvester Stallone was the one in Spy Kids 3D.
Oh.
Yeah. Fucking weird.
What a weird time to be a kid.
Adrian, what am I doing here?
You remember the fucking incredibly profound line that was in that fucking movie?
No, because I haven't seen it in fucking years.
When I forgot who it was, but he was like, "What if God stays in heaven because he fears what he has created?" And it's like, well, what? Shit, right? Like, I feel like if we saw God for the first time, we would fucking shoot him.
Probably. And he'll specifically land in Louisiana, coming out of the cornfields.
I seriously think that, like, if we saw...
Skeeter said that he saw some motherfucker with a long-ass beard. It was all white. He thought it was Santa Claus, but he was crushed back in the cornfields. Oh, he shot his ass.
Apparently this god is fucking penetrable by bullets. And he actually shoots him down, and he actually kills God. And
Hey,
he's like,
Reggie!
"Whoa,
I got
hey,
me a
Reggie.
man that got into the cornfield here.
I got me a homeless man."
Got me a homeless man that's wearing a white robe. What a weird occasion to be wearing a cornfield.
Jesus comes down is going down the stairway to heaven. He's like, "What the fuck, guys?
And then,
You guys are dicks. Killing my dad and shit."
Your dad? You was a trespassing.
I'm Jesus, my friend. And he turns them all into fish.
Fish. Why fish?
Because I don't know, it would kill him instantly.
They'll kill
Because there's no water.
But they're or I don't know. Before, like, Jesus is gonna turn him into something, but like, hey, hold on, brother. We gonna turn us into something. Turn us to Mountain Dew Code Red. Always wanted to know what it's like to be in a soda can.
To be in a soda can?
Yeah, a soda can of Mountain Dew. I always wanted to be. I even told Skater right here, if I wanted to be liquid, I'd be Mountain Dew. Ain't that right, Skater? Yeah, that's right, Reggie. Oh, yeah, I want to be Mountain Dew. So turn me into goddamn Mountain Dew.
I'm imagining that this is after he turns them into fish and they're just talking as fish.
When he's talking with their breathing heavily, like, how about you turn us instead? It's Mountain Dew Code Red.
And Jesus is like, alright.
Well, alright, whatever.
And he does it. Super easy. Barely an inconvenience.
We're really getting off topic here, but this is too much fun.
Oh yeah. Fucking yeah, this just proves that, like, all of the subjects that you have listed, we're going to fucking, it's going to take like 6 hours to get through all of them.
Well, more usage.
Yeah, that's true. But basically, just to get to the final, climax of the story, Sonic was a big driving point in my life. He actively ruined it by introducing me to people that I wish I'd never met.
Well, that's
Oh.
way to say it. I knew you were holding all these feelings all these years, bitch. And of course you have to do it on a show in front of
12.
people. You're such a cunt, you know that?
Sorry, they had to find out somehow. I couldn't keep up the charade any longer.
Well, fuck, there goes the band. Well, I'm gonna fucking jump out the window and cry a lot and listen to The Cure.
I'm gonna listen to Depeche Mode and fucking slip my wrists.
Sorry, I don't get the joke, but I'll laugh with you.
Thanks.
Mm-hmm.
I appreciate that.
Yes.
Anyway. But yeah, it's just that embarrassing past of, like, I used to do what people are now being actively ridiculed for doing. I was on that same level as fucking Chris Chan. And I'm not ready to, have withheld that responsibility. So I dropped out of the fandom for several years. And every single time I would make a new DeviantArt account to get away from my other one, I would always contact Actman. He would always be my first one to contact back because I knew it was like, I was like, I hated everybody, but this dude was fucking sick. So I kept on coming back to him every single time because I fucking made like 12 different DeviantArt accounts because something would always happen. And
when he means something happens, he just means he's just that giblet head to forget the password and not write it down.
Only twice.
Only twice. He's lying, folks. He's fucking lying.
It was only 2 times. I swear to the big G in the ancient sky.
But you don't even believe in that, so that's like pointless to even say.
I mean, fucking. There's got to be something out there. There's got to be something to pray to, like the sun or Mega Man.
aliens.
So, so like, yeah, I would just always contact Ackman just to always be all like, hey, this is my new account. Hey, this is my other new account. Sorry about last time. This is my actual account. Sorry, this is my other account. Still me. I'm just making sure. Okay, sorry, I forgot my password again. So this is my other account. It was a very long process. And then after what, like,
But
fucking.
of course, through this process, he was actually smart enough. I'll give you props. Is that you would text me before you even made the accounts.
Yeah. Yeah.
And this was in like the first or second year that we met.
Was it the first year?
It's probably like maybe like a year and a half or two between those lines. Somewhere. You know, so long ago, it's very, very hard to remember, but that's all I remember. It's maybe 1 or 2 years, and you would keep in contact. I remember when you were going through a rough period, and honestly, I just thought you did, I thought you were just another person that just bit in the dust, you know? And I was just like, oh, well, cool guy that just fucking disappeared. And then, and the one day I was working, and then you still have my number. I'm assuming either you saved it on an old phone or you actually written down and fucking remembered. That would be freaking pocket full of miracles. But I was at work and it was around lunchtime, and then you're like, hey, remember who this is? Such and such from TV. And I'm like, holy shit. And you know, and it was probably maybe I think maybe like a good amount of months has passed, or maybe a year has passed, and that process happened. What happened to you? And you contacted me. And I was just like, holy shit, damn, this guy's something else. This is cool. He's very cool to talk to, so fuck yeah.
I'm really glad that I was able to be that fucking diamond in the rough, because like, because it could have easily been the other way around, and you could have been the one that could have totally, you know, just not returned my calls or anything, but you fucking did. So it's equal parts you, it's both of our doings that kept this fucking friendship as long as it has been.
And then lo and behold, we started JAB.
Yeah.
Later. And how that got started was more the fact that, you know, I guess you could call me a musician. I mean, when I think of a musician, I think of somebody that's willing to put any originals out there as much as they could, which we're pretty much doing, and fairly good at their instruments. And
yeah,
when somebody says musician that doesn't play an instrument, they think, or how I would think of it, that they would think you're a percussionist, like, oh, you know, music theory and all that shit. Pff, fuck no, I'm just some douchebag just hitting a bunch of sticks on drum heads, cymbals. Just gotta remember the names and certain techniques that I try to learn control. And that is the number one thing about instruments, that a lot of people that try to play an instrument, then they instantly gets discouraged, because there are a lot of jerk off music teachers that would say, oh, you gotta do it this way, and it's like,
God,
oh
my God.
I'll say what America, Trump, 2018. Unless I was like in Russia, Putin would probably knock down my fucking door and we wouldn't have this conversation. And I would be speaking a completely... Excuse me?
Rootin' tootin' shootin' Putin.
Maybe that's why he's mad, because maybe someone said that rhyme and he just got pissed.
That's why he's doing everything he's doing, just because someone fucking made fun of his name once.
A few times, and he couldn't tolerate it anymore. Then he played Twisted Sisters. We're not gonna take it.
You put on fucking Dee Schneider's makeup and you just started walking out and screaming at every Russian.
That'd be the funniest fucking...
Dude, remember back in the day when like people started first hearing about Putin and like people were like fucking sharing pictures of him riding bears and like hunting fish with his hands and everyone was like, "Oh, he's so fucking cool."
Really? I guess I'm just one of the few Americans that didn't pay attention to that, but I think just
Yeah,
because his
like
name
I
is
didn't.
very memorable.
Yeah,
Putin.
it is because I always said, "You picking up what I'm Vladimir Putin down?
Excuse me?
You picking up what I'm Vladimir Putin down?" I'm really
Nice.
proud of that one.
But fuck, what were we just talking about?
We're to talk about how we
Shit.
met,
That's
and
how
I
we
think
met. Oh, how Jab started to come about,
how
or
Jab
and
started.
also my music rant. See, I
Okay.
almost forgot. You know, if you're a person that wants to learn an instrument, guitar, bass, drums, hell, even piano, it's all about the control. Yeah, there are certain techniques, but yeah, take the word for it. But you could set your own pace. You don't have to, like I was saying before. A jerk off music teacher like, oh, you gotta do it like this. Like the way I play is very fucked up, and it's right. Although there are guitarists that do play like me, playing the guitar lefty, which would be right hand side, and or not the right. Where is it? Oh my god, I'm getting confused now.
You
Left,
basically
right.
play you
No,
play lefty with
yeah, I
the
play lefty.
right-handed.
Yeah, thank you. Shut
Hmm
up. I get it. My brain is, I don't know, I'm killing it because of lack of sleep and Barg's root beer because I fucking love the drink.
I understand.
Coca-Cola sponsor me. If Coca-Cola sponsored me, I'm not gonna lie, I'd be kind of happy because they make Barg's, which is my favorite fucking root beer ever.
if
So,
Coca-Cola sponsored me, I'd say, "Here's brought to you by Coca-Cola. Drink it now." And then they would fucking give me all of the money, all of it.
hey, we like the product. You say, I drink this.
I drink this.
I drink this. It tastes good. Good for summertime. It's just good.
I drink from Mother Russia.
I drink from Mother Russia, although I'm in USA. What sense does that make? I don't know. Who cares? Coca-Cola.
I don't know. Who cares? Drink.
Who cares? Really? Party. Drink. Who cares? Fuck. Drink. But,
Drink. Mother will be proud. All right, go
mother
on.
be proud. No. Please. Please. Mother be proud. But, all about the control of your instrument is very tough. Because the way I started to learn playing lefty, but I play a righty guitar, but I'm playing lefty. So it's completely upside down. And if there's a guitar nerd watching this podcast right now, or listening rather, the sixth string should be above your palms and shit. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, E, A, D, G, B, E. Unless you're playing gens, more strings. I don't fucking care for gent. It's
I like
annoying. We'll get. I know you do, but I don't. I don't have to. That's the greater part, America.
Yep.
Yep. But I play the sixth string actually underneath my palm with my pinky, so it's completely on the bottom. Completely. So basically, the left guitar, or no, the right guitar is facing me. So the 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 is facing towards me and not towards down out on the floor. And that's how I just learned how to play. And I took my time, but first I learned how to play the bass guitar. And it was a buddy's of mine. It was his brother's bass guitar. And I begged my mom if she can get it for me for $40. And that was the price they were asking for. And she's like, I can see what I can do. And of course, lo and behold, she got it for me, and I wouldn't stop. I always loved playing the bass because it was just too much goddamn fun. That, and I was playing the way I was already playing, because let me put it this way, and especially I'm pretty sure a lot of people could relate, that a lot of weirdos don't like being told what to do. If you know you can do it, if you do it your own way. I'm not saying it'll work every time, but by freakish miracles of your thought process, something can work. And
Yeah.
for me, unfortunate for me, it just worked itself out of me practicing, sometimes practicing the wrong way. And people out there that are trying to play instruments, self-taught, there's nothing wrong playing the wrong way, because it'll teach you to get better. It's all about the control. And yeah, you gotta learn how to tune up your strings on your guitar or bass or whatever, or even on the drum heads of a maple drum set or whatever. But it's all about the control, and you set your time and pace to learn this stuff while you're still trying to learn how to play your instrument. You set your own pace, you will get better. So
Yeah, because like when I first started, when I first started playing guitar, the first like 2 years were spent not even learning the guitar, but like holding it and pretending to play songs that I would be playing off of LimeWire. That's how long ago that was. And like I would just pretend to play songs, and I didn't even know how to play a legitimate song until like maybe almost a year and a half in. I was just like learning how to even hold the damn thing. And it was,
but of course the traditional way, righty going righty.
yeah. And it was actually Guitar Hero that got me into playing guitar in the first place, just because I like the idea of like, holy shit, music is coming out of what I'm doing. I like the idea that I'm playing the music, and if I don't play, there's consequences. Like the guitar is actually absent from the track if you don't play it. And I thought that was really, really cool. I didn't just continue playing. So I was like, huh, I like how that feeling is. So I picked up a guitar. I didn't play it until like a year and a half later, when my dad was like, thank you.
Well,
My dad was a musician when he was a kid. He was more of a drummer, but he also played guitar. And he was actually the one that taught me a lot of Black Sabbath songs. The first song that I learned was War Pigs, and that was when I learned what a power chord was. And then like going on from there, and then I playing Wasted Years by Iron Maiden taught me how to tremolo pick, and just like little things like that. And literally from there on was like self-taught. Almost every guitar teacher that I had was either an asshole or useless, and there was literally only two things from like 6 years of being in guitar class. There's only two things that I learned that was valuable. One was the names of the strings, E B D E B G D A E, and the way that I memorized it, thanks to them, is Easter bunnies get drunk at Easter.
seriously?
Yeah, and that's how we learned the names of the strings, and still to this day, I use that acronym when changing my guitar. Like, you know, I'm like, which one is it? Okay, the D string, where does that go? Easter bunnies get drunk right there. Okay, cool. And that's literally how I do it. And
Shit, man, I had to remember it the hard way because I didn't have, one of them fancy tuners that you put on your heads, on your headstock, or even the ones that you could buy from Boss Pedals, where you just plug it in and you could just tune it.
yeah,
I had to
didn't know
remember
that
by
either.
ear, like when I would practice with a buddy of mine, and I would just mimic like the sound it's supposed to make. And of course,
Right.
we have the advantage of YouTube, and they have it pinched of what a standard E tuning should sound like and crap like that. So it gives you the
Yeah.
idea, and then of course you'll learn about other tunings, drop D or drop A or whatever, just just going lower, and learning thickness of strings to play lower tunings. It's a working process, but you're slowly learning about it, and of course during this process you're learning the control of your instrument.
Yeah,
Because
and
me, all the instruments I play, I've never had one fucking lesson from a teacher, because I was just a typical kid to not afford it.
yeah,
Not even once. Of course, I'll ask trip tips of my one buddy that I'll leave nameless, because he had a year of guitar lessons and he was fairly good. And time to time, I'll just ask him if I'm really curious about some, or if he learns something new, even on guitar, that I'll learn on acoustic, I'll, learn it. Or try to learn it, and then I'll learn it. You know what I mean? So, and also, when you're at a, like at a guitar center or your local music shop, just, fuck me, hang on. Okay, that's better.
Nice.
Is, just ask him questions, about, like, certain control and shit like that,
Oh, yeah.
The only way you're gonna learn is annoying the fuck out of them with questions.
Yeah.
They get paid to tolerate, so don't even worry about it. And plus, if you do have YouTube, especially if it's younger kids that have your goddamn phones and you have YouTube and you don't have a laptop, give me a fucking break. You just simply go on YouTube and learn how to pluck with strings, But you'll learn your own crazy way, because I will look up videos and learn how to use a pick for a guitar, and that shit didn't really help. I just end up figuring out a weird way.
Yeah, I mean,
it's all about controlling the physics. It really is. And immunity to your instrument.
Look at Marty Friedman. He fucking holds his guitar, his fucking pick like a spaghetti noodle. And, like, he's one of the fucking greats ever.
Then again, I never really pay attention to his playing, because he's not bad, but he's basic, in my eyes.
I mean, like, to each their own, of course, but, like, I love Marty Friedman. And,
You're making it sound like I was insulting you. He sucks, you suck, go die.
No, I'm just saying, like, I like Marty Friedman.
TBH.
So, like,
whatever the fuck that means.
To be honest.
Excuse me?
TBH stands for to be honest.
Oh. Why just not say the whole fucking thing?
Because a lot of people, it's easier for people to put in acronyms like SMH. Shaking my head.
Just say shaking your head so we know what you're actually saying.
It took me a while to figure out what meant.
I don't even know what that means.
Fucking SMH, that's how you say it. Smooth. Shaking my head, to be honest. That makes me lol, dude. But like, oh fuck, where was I? You're right about like learning your craft and shit.
The control
like Marty
of your instrument.
Yeah, like Marty Friedman. When you look at the way he holds a pick fucking weird.
You think he holds it weird? Well, then again, I don't know, because like I said, I don't pay attention. But if you look at, and I know most of the audience don't, maybe a few. His name is Chuck Schuldiner. I think it's pronouncing his last name right.
Chuck Schuldingro.
Schuldingero. He has a weird picking method where he scrapes it, and it looks like he has a banana thumb. Same goes for Rob Barrett in Cannibal Corpse, the rhythm guitarist.
Really?
Yeah, they even for Rob Barrett, they even call him banana thumbs, where he like bends his whole thumb like if it's a banana, and he just scrapes it, but he can still play good. If you watch, you're like, what the fuck is up with that thumb? And you try to mimic it, and you can't do it because, like, I don't know, his thumb just has that, just immune to it. And the same thing goes for Chuck Schuldingro. Because when you look at his thumb, it's like completely bent backward.
Yeah.
Most guitarists, like, your thumb is like slightly bent. Or
that's
or even some guitarists, they'll use their middle finger to hold with the thumb, which is pretty fucking weird. Eddie Van Halen does that shit. I don't know how he does it, because that's way too weird. But in ways, that's genius, because for finger tapping, your index finger is most likely your stronger finger. Tapping on the neck, compared to your middle finger, it's a little more stiff. So that's actually a genius way, but it's such a weird, hard way to hold guitar pick for me.
When I found out that is how he held guitar picks, I tried playing like that for the longest time, because I'm like, Eddie Van Halen can do it, so that means I can too. I can't. So
Some
like,
people can, some people can't. I knew this one kid, if I ever get his name, call him Tim, because his name started with a T. Call him Tim.
Tim.
He actually hold the pick like Eddie Van Halen, but he played a lot of Led Zeppelin songs.
Oh, okay.
Just kind of boring. And I say kinda, you Led Zeppelin elitist. I'm not saying they're bad, but, you know, it's
I mean,
kinda
like,
boring to me.
if I were to fucking play Led Zeppelin, it would need to be,
I know where I'm going with this. Let's cut this one out.
um, I like Led Zeppelin.
Fucking over
That's all. Yeah, that's it. I give up. Um, but yeah, like the way that I learned how to play guitar, like, I play everything by ear. And it
That
was
is super
actually,
helpful. And you could be playing it in the wrong way, but maybe playing the right note, playing it the wrong chord. Well,
yeah,
not wrong chord, it's the same note, but it's somewhere else on the neck compared to where you're playing it.
Yeah,
That's
alternate
still a
notes.
good way. Because it's still a good way to learn control of your instrument. That way, you'll get better over time.
Yeah, because
Like I was
like
discussing before.
for years and years of training my ears to, be able to, like, I may not. The thing is, I won't be able to tell you what key it's in. I won't be able to tell you what chord they're playing, but I can tell you it. Fuck, hold on. Oh God, what the fuck is wrong with me? Like, I won't be able to tell you what key it's in. I won't be able to tell you what chords they're playing, but I can tell you, like, this is the scale. Like, here's what like where the scale is. So because I know what scale it's in, I know how to solo over it, and in turn, I know, like, what the riff is, or at least where it is on the neck. And it's actually 331 E-Rock, the guy that makes the Everything Meets Metal series on YouTube. He was the first,
That
like...
motherfucker got a suspicious smile. I think he's working for Al Qaeda.
I think he's working for Alpaca.
Alpaca.
Like, that one got you.
An alpaca.
I'll pack in my bags.
This is...
I
got nothing to say to that. I was gonna say something, but I'll pack up my bags.
I like that one. Like, because he would make, he was the first YouTuber that I saw that actually did cool things with his guitar, and then of course a lot of other people came afterwards, but he was the first one that I saw, and so I was
That
like,
gave
holy
you
shit!
an influence.
Yeah, he was a huge inspiration because I'm like, dude, he's like playing all of these songs that I know, and he's like making a metal version, and he's making it sound good, and he's doing sick ass solos over it, and doing like his own thing with it. And I was like, holy, that's amazing, that's awesome. So, and like that this was back when I was learning guitar, how to play songs with tabs. Now I don't use tabs anymore, but back then I did, and a lot of songs that.
You still should in a way.
Well, yeah, I mean, I do with like
Even
really
writing your own
difficult
shit,
songs.
because if you write something killer and you don't remember how you did it,
Yeah,
I don't know how many times I kicked myself in the ass with that one.
I'm just saying, like, back then I depended on tabs, and now, like, I don't need tabs.
Although ironically enough, you'll probably still play the wrong way. The same way people play the Ramones the complete wrong way all the goddamn time.
Are you one of those elitists that, like, you get really pissed off when they're not playing the right way?
Yes. I'm saying it right now, I ain't denying nothing. Because if you're trying to, especially if you're doing a cover, especially for our upcoming album, They'll Never Get It, I'm doing a cover of I Don't Want to Grow Up by the Ramones, and I'm playing it exactly how they did it. And I don't know how many times I fucked up on the drums because I just missed like a crash hit or something, or did a crash hit too late. I was so pissed. I'm just like, tomorrow's another day. I want to do it right. In fact, I recorded the guitars for I Don't Want to Grow Up today, and I don't know how many times I fucked up on that. just because I want. If it's somebody else's shit, do it right, or just don't even fucking bother. Don't be that kind of dickhead. Like, I'm playing it this way because the only excuse that you have is if there's no proper tablature, or most likely there's not going to be tabs for like certain bands that are super underground.
Right.
It's the only excuse that you have. Other than that, if there's proper tabs in the way they play, just fucking learn it, please. It doesn't fucking hurt.
And see,
Don't
it's
show
funny.
laziness just because, oh, it's too hard. Everything's hard in life, especially when you're playing your instruments. Anything at
Yeah,
all.
if you want to involve yourself in art, then art is nothing but fucking pain and disappointment and shit not coming out the way that you want it to. But god damn it, you're gonna have fun doing it.
Really, because with a lot of other artists I see, they kind of cry like brats.
Well, it looks like they're not doing it right.
know? Getting on a lot of subjects here. There's one, because especially most of your watchers, that they want to know, on your drawing perspective, your influences. How about we get to know a little bit? We'll do yours first, because obviously everybody wants to hear you. Everybody wants to hear the Unicorn Wizard 666.
Only
But
like
I'm
three
just
people.
on the side just saying a bunch of shit. Trump 2018.
Fucking God, you keep saying the N-word.
N-word. Trump starts with T, stupid. What are you, dyslexic?
I'm just Trump's like, whatever.
Trump sick.
You're
You're sick of Trump, you're Trump sick.
Oh, I'm Trump sick. I want him to come home.
I mean, he could just go to one of his million hotels in New York City, fuck.
One of my biggest influences is Donald Trump. I gotta say
Especially
it.
that wall that he was talking about. Huh.
God, like that
Really,
that
really
wall.
neat.
That wall's bigger than my ego. Oh Lord, we should stop talking about Trump. People are gonna fucking.
Who cares, man?
Oh my Lord.
But anyways, your drawing influences, you know, besides Sonic the Hedgehog, or like
Besides
the
Donald
inspirations of your style of today, rather.
Trump.
And what do you think about artists? God forbid, in my part.
God for fucking bid.
You know,
The sensitivity. It really intensifies.
It really fucking intensifies. God, I know.
Intensifies.
But if you're asking my art influences, it really varies.
style and stuff.
Like
Well,
with
at
the
least,
style,
like, right now.
right now, my biggest influence on what, like, the biggest thing that makes me draw the way I do is honestly My Hero Academia. That the way the show is drawn is so it's everything I've always wanted to perfect. Like the facial expressions are always great. The way he draws hands is so it's so crazy, and I want to learn how to draw hands like that. And like I just love the style where it's like it is an anime, but it still has enough Western influences. Like for example, the main character, Izuku, he has really round eyes with like a small pupil, which is pretty different from what anime usually is, which is just like big eyes with pupils that take up like fucking like 70% of the eye, and it's just that's the kind of anime style that I hate. I hate the traditional anime style with
Where it looks like a big ass glossy billiards ball.
Yeah, where they have like
Very,
18
very
different colors in their eyes.
Yeah.
That's something
like a fucked up Christmas light.
Yeah, like it looks like you're fucking looking at a busy city from a bird's eye view. Just a bunch of fucking highlights and other colors everywhere.
I mean, personally, I would think you're just looking at the EDM, but eyeballs.
Yeah, yeah. They have there was this one joke I remember from fucking Gravity Falls, where they one of the, huh? I'm sorry. I thought you said something.
No.
There was this. I remember there was this joke on Gravity Falls where this one character, he gets this video game, this video game for his PC, and it's basically Doki Doki Literature Club before Doki Doki, and it was basically like the.
In case you're very
what?
lonely on a Friday night.
Exactly.
I don't
That's
want to
like
pretend to be the overconfident guy you think you are, but really you're an unhygienic 20-something years old, still have acne somehow, though the acne should have been long gone, and still wear a retainer. And just really needs to learn how to shower better, although you should have learned by now, but you haven't because you're just a stubborn prick.
you spend too much time fucking your pillows. So like,
Or masturbating towards them.
masturbating on them.
Yeah. No.
Julie. But
No, Julie!
we'll talk about Chris Chan.
Oh, Julie!
We'll talk about Chris Chan later.
Maybe.
But oh, definitely. But yeah, like I always hated that. Yeah. Oh, yeah. In fucking Gravity Falls, yeah. There was this. It was basically like this computer game where it was like this computer dating simulator, just like Doki Doki, and then the main character legitimately falls in love with the player, and becomes a fucking psychopath trying to kill everything that is getting in the way between them and shit. But there was this one part where she was like, "If you compliment me more, I'll get more highlights in my eyes," and he's like, "You're pretty," and then like more stars appear in her eyes. She's like, and then she's like, "You're beautiful," and she's like, and she's like, "You're funny," and she's like more sparkles go into her eyes, and like that's exactly the way it is. It's just so much detail in the eyes, and like kudos to anyone who can draw eyes like that. It's fucking impossible for me. I really prefer small pupils and big eyes. I don't know why, but it leaves a lot more
Because you
room
like
for
the
expression.
eyes of Satan!
I do like the eyes of Satan. I am Satan's child.
That
And-
woman needs to die.
It's so funny how much you hate Froppy.
He blinks, I'm surprised, just appalled that the fucking thing hadn't closed its eyes.
I keep forgetting that she does blink.
As do I, but when it does happen, you're like, so it was written that it one's eye that is evil and purely evil, as this one can shut its eyes.
It sleeps. If it sleeps, we can kill it.
If it sleeps, we can kill it. I'm about to go to war and just try to kill this frog woman in her goddamn eyes. If it sleeps, we can kill it.
Like, just to clarify for anyone who isn't familiar, the series My Hero Academia has a character named Asui who is a frog girl,
Satan.
and
Satan
who's
reincarnated as a frog girl.
whose specific character trait is like one of the many ones is just that she has these fucking huge eyes, these huge black eyes that you never see in any anime girl, and it's so funny because everybody falls in love with her at first. I included. I fucking fell in love with her the first time I saw her because I was like, holy shit, I've never seen an anime character. I've never seen an anime character with eyes like that. That's really. I'm gonna vomit just by the thought of it. I'm kidding. She's wonderful, but But like,
And I would personally take a harpoon and aim it right at her goddamn eyes.
it's so crazy to me how much you hate her. It's so funny.
Alright, listen, I don't hate, it's just creepy as hell that it just bothers the shit out of me like a mosquito bite. It's like,
it's
oh,
so
fuck. Like a creepy tiny doll that, like one of those semi-realistic dolls that some people would carry around. You're like,
the ceramic baby dolls that have the big black eyes.
Yeah, you're like, oh, fuck. Can you, like, not have that?
In real life, I could totally see it. Like, the fucking... If I saw a person with eyes like that, I absolutely would call the Coast Guard. But, like...
Coast Guard.
But
What's the Coast Guard gonna do?
I don't know. Fucking look at it and call the police. That way I won't have to do it.
Well, first of all, you're not dealing with some type of fish creature. That's what one of the Coast Guard's jobs to do that I know of. I'm pretty sure it doesn't fucking involving trying to...
It's amphibious. So you still have to throw it back in the water.
You're funny. You know what's funny is actually, you can use tiny frogs for bait for bass. You can use fake ones too, but I'd stick with wacky worm. At least a wacky worm caught me one today.
Nice.
But
it's just it's so hard to imagine you not hating her because you keep threatening to kill her. It's like the first thing you said was, "I want to take a harpoon and right between the eyes."
Right between the eyes. Moby Dick style, except I live.
Smile, you son of
a... that's Jaws, stupid.
Yeah, well, this is a big frog.
You know what's funny? Is for the Act Man channel on YouTube, I was thinking about making a skit of like a day in the life in an exaggerated way. One of my ideas is like I was gonna print out like Tasuyu, and then all of a sudden you'll hear this horrifying music, and you'll see her like peek through the door, and I just look at it, shocked and awed and scared, and I basically I'll like pray.
You have your fucking your crucifix with you, and you're just like, oh, Father's what's happened? And then like the fucking the paper that you printed Sue out just like creeps out of the door when you're only lit by candlelight.
Yeah.
And then like it blows out, and you're in complete darkness, and you just hear. And then you light a match or throw out a lighter, and he's right behind you.
I told you to call me Sue. That's a good one. I'll try to do that next week.
Oh my god, you gotta do that. That is fucking hysterical. Like, even better, like you have your fucking crucifix and your fucking your little matchstick that you're using for light. You're fucking praying to yourself. And you just like this picture of Sue comes out, and you just hear like take audio from the show and be like, "I told you to call me Sue."
Yeah.
And then like
like what I would do, I would take the audio and I would adjust it on Mixcraft, and then as soon as she says Sue, I just like down the voice.
Oh my god, that's so fucking funny. It's so fucking funny. Oh my god. Just because, like, just the thought that it freaks you out so much that you're gonna make a fucking essentially a short, like a horror movie short, like a little horror short.
Horror short, yeah.
Sue.
Oh, that's how I feel about it, man. Those are
and like.
Those eyes are not fucking cute at all. They're just not to me. They just bug the fuck out of me, like superly duperly.
That's so funny.
Right.
Yeah, it's just that is a fantastic premise. Again, because Sue is so like almost like that's almost everybody's first favorite character. Like
Not
people,
me. No.
I know that's why I say almost. Because she was definitely, I don't know if she was my favorite, but I was definitely most interested in her just because her eyes were different, just because her design was different.
Mm-hmm.
God, why? I keep feeling burpy.
Like you did last time, you felt burpy.
I know it sucks. I don't know why. It's only when I talk a lot.
Did you have beans again?
No, not today. I had potatoes. I don't know if that counts.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Soda?
No, I don't drink soda.
Huh.
I love my soda. Skater.
Skater. But yeah, just because like her eyes just, it was different. It was something that you didn't see in anime, and if you did, it would be like a side character. But this was like in the main cast, and like just her design was really cute to me, and I was like, you know what, that's interesting. I like the way she is. That's all right. I'm into it. And then once I started realizing everyone's personalities, and once I saw how fucking perfect Jiro is, oh god, that was it. I was sold.
Well, I
Jiro's my bae.
thought it was Mina and then Jiro.
It was Mina for a little bit. Ow.
Because I moved my arm the way my pop filter's adjusted.
Yeah.
Now I have it close to me.
Nice. But yeah, it was Pinko for a long time. Well, not for a long time. But she was. It was for a really short time, just because she didn't get a lot of screen time.
Right.
So I guess I just kind of forgot about her. But then once I started seeing a lot more about Jiro, and especially seeing that one where she was like super insecure, when I saw that, that's when I was like, oh, she's not confident. She needs someone to tell her she's pretty. I'll take the L. I'll take one for the team.
I'll take one for the team.
Because like everyone else has big booby, and she has not big booby, and I like not big booby.
You like your slim women, but cute looking.
Yeah, I've noticed I'm not a big boob guy. I like small boobs.
I see. So, you're just the ass man all the way through.
Oh yeah,
So maybe that could be your career choice.
What do you mean career choice? What would I do?
Proctologist.
If there's anything to get me out of love and ass, it would be that.
And that's everybody's ass.
I would be thinking like you would typically think like, oh, I'm gonna be a proctologist. I'll be seeing so many butts. Oh god, I love it. And you're thinking like, excuse me, doctor, I have a little itch right here on my left butt cheek. Could you maybe take a look at it? When in reality it's like a fucking 60-year-old dude, and it's like, all my hemorrhoids popped. Look. It's like, oh no. But yeah, like My Hero Academia is definitely one of my biggest influences in what made me want to draw the way I do. And of course, a bunch of other miscellaneous fucking artists on Twitter or whatever. I always save pictures off of Twitter, and I put them into a folder for like references or inspiration or whatever on my phone. That way I can just look through it and be all like, oh, that's a cool pose. Let me try and draw that. And that's basically how what I've been doing with how I've been trying to improve myself. Just like, I'm having trouble with when the leg does this, so I'm gonna try and draw the leg doing that. And I I'll fail, and then I'll try again, and I'll be like, that looks okay, I guess, and then I'll fucking post it, and I'll get like 30 views, and then people will be like, dude, get out of here. No one's here anymore.
We know that's an exaggeration. That's
I know.
that's more like me.
1, 2, buckle my shoe. Hope you're ready for Timbuktu. Come on, family, tell me, right? What?
Timbuktu. I mean, you know what's funny? As a little kid, I thought Timbuktu was a fucking like a teeth disease.
Timbuktu.
I don't know. It just sounded like it. Sounds like a sounds more worse than gingivitis. You know, I take that back. It's slightly bad, not as bad as gingivitis.
I always thought that Timbuktu was like a cereal.
Yeah, mate. I could kind of see that.
A big old bowl of Timbuktu. I mean, it kind of like it'd be like the Great Value brand of Honey Smacks or something.
Yeah. Oh, bootleg cereal. You can't go wrong with bootleg cereal, man.
God, I know. It like fucking those same ones that it's like Fruity Pebbles. It's obviously Fruity Pebbles, but they literally just call it like
Fruit Flakes,
Rainbow Rocks.
Yeah, Rainbow Rocks, Fruit Flakes, anything you could think of that's completely cliche.
I mean, like, I remember even when I was
a kid. Or even
call
the bootleg Cinnamon Toast Crunch Sugar Squares.
Sugar Squares! I remember there was this one that I really liked. I really liked the name of it, but I forgot what it was. I think it was for the Cinnamon Toast Crunch knockoff, but I forgot what it was. It was like... It was like cinnamon... Small cinnamon squares. It was something like that. I forgot what it was. Like, I was working at a grocery store at this time, and I was in the fucking cereal section, and I saw this specific name for a cereal, but it was like the most generic thing. Like, you know, Fruity Pebbles, it's like, oh, they're rainbows, so it's like fruity, and they're pebbles, they're small. Okay, like, you get it. Like, the name generally tells you what it is, but in a fun way, it kind of, like with cereal. But this was, like, legitimately, like, cinnamon squares that taste like cinnamon. It was so fucking blatant. And ever since I was a kid, I always asked my parents, like, why is it that there's the exact same thing in two different packagings? And they were just like, well, that's just the way shit works. And I was like, okay. So I can just fucking get Pepsi and put it in another can and call it Pepso and make millions.
Although if you're anal for taste like I am, although not literally anal, so don't get excited there, shit lips.
I'm sorry.
I remember one time when, because normally, once it comes to Cinnamon Square brand, I come to realize when you take Cinnamon Toast Crunch and those bootlegs apart, you can taste more of a difference. Like with the bootleg brand that I would get of Cinnamon Toast Crunch, the bootleg brand, is that it tastes more. You taste more of the sweetness and the sugar and the corn syrup, while Cinnamon Toast Crunch tastes more, more cinnamony and like less sugary. It's pretty weird.
Make sense.
I think they just put add more shit that's bad for you in the bootleg brands, but just still kind of tastes good, but not really.
I mean, that's what they do with it. Literally everything. It's literally just they put shit in that makes it kind of taste good, but it's like the worst shit for you.
Experience with the dollar chimichanga. I'm a lot of frozen brands.
Dude, just the words dollar chimichanga is a fucking recipe for disaster.
Well, for starters, it wasn't so bad till I found a fucking human life gummy in the chimichanga that it did not belong.
Wait, what do you mean a human-like gummy?
Listen. It was another day with me and my sidekick Sparky. Mm-hmm. And the thing was, at the time when I wasn't working, I didn't have a lot of money. Dollar chimichangas at Wally World, out of all places, just made sense just to get food when you didn't have a lot. So,
Naturally.
okay, so when just a normal day or a normal night rather, just getting a chimichanga or two chimichangas. Went over to Sparky's apartment. I think we were about to watch a movie. And then, or you know what it was? He was playing Overwatch while I was eating the chimichangas. First chimichanga, normal chimichanga. The second one, when it was the recipe for disaster. As soon as I bitten into it, I'm like, wait a minute. Why does it feel like I'm chewing more of a giant-ass gummy bear than a chimichanga? So I ripped it open, and there's just like this gummy-like goop form in the center of the chimichanga. I ripped it open, and I'm like, Sparky, look at this! And he's like, what the hell is that? I'm like, this just came out of chimichanga. And of course, how desperate and hungry I was, I still ate the other half because the other half was normal. Just like, it was at least like a good 2-inch blob of a gummy.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Like, do you know it was just a gummy? Just literally, like, that's all you can call it?
Yeah, dude. It was just thick like how gummy bears are like really sticky and, like very gummy-like, but 10 times large.
Oh, that's repugnant. Oh, Lord. I don't know what I would do if I ever... Like, there have been lots of, like, stories like that where it would just be, like, people would find, like, fucking, like, condoms legitimately in their sandwich. They would bite into it and feel rubber, and then it would be a legitimate condom. There are people who have found syringes, parts of rats. One time, a KFC bucket included an actual fried chicken head. Someone found like a human finger in Chef Boyardee or some shit.
Okay, for starters, finger Chef Boyardee. Somebody did not want to get fired, but someone got in trouble with the office that day.
Oh, God.
And then second, the Kentucky Fried incident that you just mentioned. That's just somebody that has a very great morbid sense of humor.
You really think someone did it on purpose?
Dude, if I was working at the Colonel and I didn't want to work there for long, what is the best way to go out?
But where would you even get it? Where would you get a chicken head?
I don't know, man. I mean, especially in my neighborhood, there's normally some cockfights going around, and we're not talking about the ones with your wiener.
Hey, man, we're better than that.
Dude, you gotta have a little fun in life, dude. Shove a firecracker up a bullfrog's ass, live a little. Shit lips.
No, I'll die immediately. I remember one time I was walking home from school, or I think it was from school. Well, anyway, like, this was back when I was living in El Paso, so this was like maybe 6 years ago. I was walking home. And all of a sudden, I walked by this group of people. They're probably like in their mid-20s, and they look at me, and of course I had long hair, wearing a band shirt, and they're basically, they saw me, and they were just like, oh, I didn't know they made people like you anymore. And I was like, I took it in stride. I was just like, yeah, we're a dying breed, and then I just left.
Just making a joke out of it and just let bygones be bygones. Just go out with your day.
Yeah, because like they weren't being malicious. They weren't like, oh, you still listen to that shit, idiot. Like they were just like, whoa, we don't see people like you anymore. And like when I take walks around here, I live in the ghetto right now. So like when I walk,
you know what?
What?
A little boy living in the ghetto.
In the ghetto. Come in. What? But yeah, I live in the ghetto, and
so much information. I think. I guess not, because you sound very comfortable just saying it. Hey, yeah.
I honestly don't give a shit. But
alrighty.
But yeah, like I live in the ghetto right now, so it's not a nice place to be. But because it's let's be honest. Like, this is just a fact. There's a lot of black people around here. And I'm part black as well, so I'm allowed to say
Don't
this.
worry, guys. I'm part black and I'm part Spanish. Dude, I am the whole package for the ghetto. They just fucking love me.
I can say
go
the
to
N-word.
either side. I can go do the Spanish side or the black side. No one would care. No one would even take an interest in me. They'll be like, yeah, he's just walking by. If it was a white guy coming out of Harvard or something, ooh, he's gonna get ripped up like a goddamn rotisserie chicken.
I'm part black, so I can say the N-word. Watch this.
But, speaking of girls, cute girls, oh my, aren't they just the greatest?
Oh my god, who's your favorite girl in the whole wide world?
That is hard to pick. That's like trying to pick your favorite, I don't know, insert favorite thing here.
It's like choosing your favorite.
Your favorite's favorite. I don't know, man. It's funny because waifus. Now we know the joke. Oh, you like this anime girl, blah blah blah. But for some reason, maybe when you get to know the character much more, and besides looks, you're just like, you know, just starting to have feelings. You just love them. Look at them.
Look at him. Look at him. Now look at me.
Looking at you, looking at me.
Like, I think everybody in existence has had a cartoon crush at some point in their life.
Oh, most definitely.
I can tell you that when I was a kid, like a fucking wee baba, I'm talking like 6, 7 years old.
Motherfucker says wee baba.
Yeah, dude, I was a wee fucking babu with a fat tit, just one.
Well, hopefully the medical researchers took time to see what was wrong with your one giant boob and
oh yeah, they got rid of it.
All right, very good. That's good. Thank God.
Yeah,
I don't know if, you know, when I see you and then fucking one flappy boob, I don't know how I'd comprehend that. I'll be like, dude, just fucking duct tape it to your back.
I'll be like, you want to touch it?
No.
All right.
You can make it work. I ain't touching the shit.
Milk me. I have nipples, fucker.
How about no?
But when I was a kid, like fucking 7 years old, fucking Buttercup was a huge crush for me.
No, she's just a human-like little girl made from Super Spice, everything nice, and has stubs for hands.
I loved her personality. I loved her fucking kick-ass attitude and shit. I think ever since I was a kid, I guess, I've always loved the fucking the rough, kind of like tough girl with the punk attitude. And like from then on, I remember some big crushes when I was a kid growing up was probably like Buttercup, and then XJ9 from My Life as a Teenage Robot. She was a fucking huge one. Mostly just because I really like the fish out of water story. Just the, like, you know, she's a robot trying to fit in with humans, but like she doesn't know human shit, so she like fucks up sometimes. And so like, you know, the humans are like, no, you gotta do this, and she's like, well, what about doing this? She's like, no, we can't do that. We're not you're a robot. You can't. Stop. Hold on. Get down from there. It's funny to me.
We're human. You're supposed to act human a little bit, but you're a robot.
Yeah, I've always loved that concept, and I fell in love with that idea, and you know, I fucking loved her, and from like, let's see, who else? Of course, Android 18 was everybody's fucking crush if you watched Dragon Ball.
Yep. That was my first waifu, actually. Little known fact. Useless fact that I just happened to bring up. I don't know. Grammar, good.
If we're talking about fucking anime, like specifically anime waifus...
I don't know, it could be any waifu. I just happened to bring those up.
Well, like, I'm trying to think, like, what was, like, my first awakening that, like, Japanese, like, anime had cute girls and a huge abundance of them.
Well, because I mean, I did bring it up also just because I didn't care for the idea of waifu till started to watch My Hero Academia, because this motherfucker right here wouldn't shut up about it most of the time. And I was curious. It was last year, like mid-December, and I asked you, or no, it was early December. I said, "Hey, what anime should I watch?" Just out of recommendation. You're like, My Hero Academia. It's about heroes and stuff. I'm like, all right, and I did, and now I'm just a fanboy of it.
It's super funny how it even happened too. Like, yes. I still remember vividly. You even asked me like, what was that one show that you can't fucking shut up about? And I'm like, oh, you mean My Hero Academia? And you're like, yeah, that one. Where can we watch it? And I'm like, oh, well, it's on Kiss Anime. And you're just like, let's watch the first episode. And I was like, yeah. So like we watched the first episode.
In his little sinister, nasty pornography mind that he secretly wanted me to convert, and god damn it, did it work.
Like, I mean, because like it's so funny because every single episode ends on a cliffhanger. So like you were like, you just wanted to watch one episode, you just wanted to get a taste of it, and then you're like, wait a minute, that's it? That's the end? And like it was right when Izuku was like, wait, can I be a hero? Like you, All Might, my hero? And then it just ends. And then you're like, wait, that's the end? I'm like, yeah, what do you think? And you're like, next episode. I was like, I got him now.
Slowly working.
Yeah. And like we watched like 5 episodes and we fucking, it was like 6 a.m. and you were like, oh, god damn it. Like you were getting mad because of how into it you were getting.
Super stupid late.
Yeah.
Of course, the next day I just end up watching more, even without you. Although I want to watch more with you, but just the time differences and what we do on our spare time or just
life getting away.
Yeah.
Yep. And yeah, and it's really funny how that happened to me. Just like, because it's always been like that with me. I get into something and I tell someone about it and they're like, sounds dumb anyway, and I'm like, okay, fine. But then they ask me about it later and then we watch it and they're like, oh, it's whatever. But like later on they get super into it. God, what the fuck is wrong with me?
I don't know, start farting more.
I wish. Actually no. But
no.
No. The whole universe. No. The whole multiverse. No.
Game Grumps references. They'll never watch the show. I love you, Jew boy.
I love that fucking Jew boy. I want to kiss him right in his nose.
I'm pretty sure he won't mind.
I'm sure.
Oh no, catch him in his sleep. We'll take a trip to California.
Just fucking go up in his house and be like, hey. And he's like,
hey.
Just kiss him on the nose.
I love what you do. Keep it up. Sugar tits.
Yeah. And he grabs me by the shirt and he's like, thank you. And then he lets me go.
No, this is like, oh yeah, I'll take that compliment.
I'll take the compliment.
Yeah.
Oh.
And Aaron Handjob, you're kind of funny, but you're kind of like me, where you just gotta shut up sometimes. Just recommendation. You shouldn't cry much that you're making a living with what you always wanted in a way. To like, shut up.
You know what? Like, I forgot. Like, there's a lot of shows that do this. I think like Seinfeld and there's a show that Rob Schneider did, but where they kind of.
Really? Who gives a fuck about Rob Schneider?
I know, but it's gonna fucking relate to this.
Yeah, I get your point.
That basically, I feel like when Aaron is doing Game Grumps, he does like a kind of exaggerated version of himself.
Exaggerated persona, if you will.
Yeah, like it made me think of this one drawing that I saw where it was like how fans draw Danny, like super attractive, like a beautiful man, super gorgeous and treated with respect, and then how people draw Aaron with like fucking in a poopy diaper with fucking billion double chins, fucking choking on Sonic rings and shit.
It's always like comes back to that quadruple chin.
Yeah, and it's so funny to me because that's how he presents himself, and Danny represents himself as like this fucking sex symbol, which of course is a
I would
character.
say it just ended up happening that way because of the whole Ninja Sex Party persona style,
Yeah, of course.
you know, and I forgot where I was going with this, Dan.
And bye.
Yeah.
I love that. But yeah, like, you know, I feel like he just presents himself to be like this incompetent fuck, but like because that's what he portrays himself as, everybody treats him like that. So like it has to be so hard. I was watching I forgot what series it was, but he was saying that one time they were touring as Starbomb,
Mhm.
and they were doing like meet and greets and the
Oh,
usual
boy.
shit.
Oh,
And
boy.
it's so funny because like everybody was seeing Danny and they're like, you know, like, oh my god, it's Danny, and then they're all taking pictures with
Is
him.
it
And
one of those
they're,
moments
they're
where
talking.
they're at their, like at the merch table, they're talking at his line, and no one's like a less percentage of people are talking to Aaron.
Yeah.
Maybe like one person that's like a hardcore fan.
Exactly, and that's actually what happened. Like, you know, people are taking pictures with Danny and shit, and then Aaron, one guy goes up to Aaron, and the guy like, for those who don't know,
You ever think about continuing with sequelitis or any of your other animations?
and he just like no, and he walks away. But
Man, you are an asshole.
you are an asshole. But yeah, like for those who don't know, Game Grumps played Pokemon Red, and Aaron made a joke where he was gonna like defeat the Elite Four with just Beedrill, and he basically tried to do that because he had a friend grind for him, and they focused on Beedrill, and Beedrill was like level 80 some shit. So he was like, I'm you know, it started off as a joke, but I guess I'm doing it now. And I remember he told a story where you know, after they uploaded everything and with the Pokemon, he was with Starbomb, and people were taking pictures with Dan, and then a dude goes up to him, and all he says is, "Dude, Beedrill, what the fuck?" And it's just so fucking funny to imagine, like, everyone's like going to Danny and like treating him like this huge celebrity, and then someone just goes up to Aaron and they're like, "You're fucking stupid, fuck." So it's so fucked up. But like I said, that's just how he presents himself. He presents himself as like this angry fucking beast of a man, and that's just what people treat him as. So it really goes to show, like, it's kind of a lesson. Like, if any way that you want to be portrayed, like if you want to have an internet personality, be a personality that you would actually want people to see. If you pretend to be an asshole,
Like, maybe he is expressing himself somewhat, and I could kind of understand this because I'd say maybe it's in relation to us. How? Think about it. You're Danny. I'm quadruple chin Aaron. Except the difference is I don't put on a cover for anybody. Maybe Aaron Henson does it as a persona for the internet, but me, I'm not changing for no goddamn person. Even the 1, 2, 3 quadruple poopy people that are watching this or listening to this. Dude, I really don't care. I mean, I occupy myself. And I say that I got stuff to do. I'm not really caring what others think of me. I really don't, because like we mentioned before, there's just different shit to worry about.
Oh yeah.
They'll if J.A.B does get noticed to some degree, I wouldn't be surprised to be like, oh my god, shreddy, oh my god, shreddy. I'll be that one, and there's just that one guy. Dude, really, hot sauce? Kind of lame. Well, stars, my friend. That means the song was supposed to be stupid. Second, if you just wanna suck one of my partners in crime's dick over there, then you can get in line. I'm just gonna wait here, like I have been. But yeah, man. Aaron, I know the feeling. It's okay. Shh, it's okay. It's alright.
and
Maybe you should get. If your beard doesn't get longer, I'll fucking shave it off for you because I can't stand looking at it. You got nice hair, but your little weird. I don't know what kind of beard stash thing you're rolling with, but honey, it's gotta go. I don't care what your wife thinks. That shit is gonna go gone if you see me. If you see a buzzer, nigga, you better start running.
You know why he grew the beard in the first place, right?
Is that like because of like a scar or something he has on his lip?
Yeah, because he got so sick that he vomited so hard that he accidentally fucking rammed his face on the toilet and busted his lip.
Damn.
Right? Fucking violent way to go.
Motherfucker had a bad weekend, but
Yeah.
scars.
That sucks though. Like I remember.
You know what Aaron Hansen's really mad about?
What?
It's because I'm too good looking.
I'm too goddamn sex.
But talking all the shenanigans that we have been, them cute girls though.
Oh, them cute girls. That's right. That's how this all started.
Just can't get enough. I just can't.
Just can't get enough. I fucking it's gonna sound sad. It's gonna sound fucking nerdy and geeky and stupid and shit.
Like it already has it been.
But I swear to God.
What plan are you on?
It's just I can name more animated girls that I'm attracted to than fucking real life ones.
Yeah, same here, boss.
It's so fun. It's so funny to me. And like I said, I don't watch anime at all. I actually really don't like anime. Like, I have anime that I do like, but
Gasp.
I know, right? And
no, he's fucking lying. He just can't come to the truth yet.
That's not true. And it sucks
Just be
because
real
like
with it, man.
I know I should embrace it, but I there's a part of me that really gets like whenever people say that I draw anime, and
I mean, personally, in my perspective view is that you go in between of like cartoony and anime, so you go in between.
Yeah,
you really
that's
what I think.
Yeah, and that's what I'm hoping to do. But like people just see like the anime side, and like I get it. It is
that's
there.
People that don't really look into detail. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It is true, and like I know I shouldn't give a shit, but it's just like
knowing you.
Anime for me, it's always been
anime style. Try so hard to be unique in this.
It's not the anime style. It's my style.
It's mine.
That's what every artist is like.
Yeah, especially
Oh.
I want to build up suspense.
Whoa.
Just take it. If you can take a wild guess who that is, I'll give you like a quarter.
Yeah, give you $1 off my PayPal. Off of the not money I have.
Damn, that sucks.
Yeah, right?
Mm-hmm.
But like yeah, like it's just the people like, because there's like a stigma behind everything, and you know, I just like the way a lot of anime is drawn, and I take a lot of inspiration from it. Similar to how Teen Titans is made in the West, but it has a lot of anime influences. That's kind of what I want to do, right. Just because I like I like how over the top anime is, but I like the way Western cartoons are drawn. So, take the best of both worlds, and you got something that I myself would enjoy, and I hope other people do too.
Well, it depends. People like to copy and paste off each other.
Of course.
And it gets kind of boring to look at when you're almost
exactly.
doing the same thing.
Exactly. And see, like, that's a huge thing. I see a lot of great artists on Twitter, but a lot of it just looks the same. It's either like super heavily, holy shit, weirdly crazy pastel detailed, like crazy detailed
Tumblr effect, where it seems like everybody just has the cold and flu, and you need to get them some
the
top
same
ramen.
style.
You need to give them top ramen chicken noodles, and then you just need to get some Sprite and some NyQuil, and then they'll be okay. Maybe they won't have that red nose and coughs anymore. You know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying. Yeah. And like, it's so, I don't know. I just I try to incorporate everything that I like into one big thing. But like a lot of people just have like the generic fucking anime style. Fuck. Hold on. Oh, Jesus Christ. They just have the generic anime style, or they have the generic Tumblr style, or they have like a generic cartoon style. And it's always they very very few times do they like combine things and do things that are different. And like I said, these are like artists that are really good, but I've just seen it so many times before that it's nothing new to me. So I don't gravitate towards it because I've seen it so many times before.
Basically, one of those things that's bound to make you fall asleep because you just seen it so many times. You're just ready to hit the hay because it's nothing new, not surprising. You're over it.
It's legitimately stale.
Yep. Just like stale Wonder Bread.
Oh god, fucking Wonder Breads. Like that's a whole nother topic altogether. Fucking anime protagonists.
Yes. Typical anime protagonists are normally the most bland and the most kind, apparently, but really it's always the same thing. And
it's always...
when they think nothing is a big deal, they always shut their eyes, and you think, open your fucking eyes when you talk to me. Don't act so smug about it.
It's always a guy with short brown spiky hair with an average build,
or blue,
or black sometimes
black.
if they're feeling really saucy. Oh my god, fucking Fuka will never leave my mind. There's this anime called Fuka, and it's about this guy. What?
I said sorry. I always say sorry because I showed him this anime.
No. I mean, like, it was fun to watch.
To some degree,
like,
but
yeah,
stereotypes are real for a reason.
Well, like, it was fun to watch, and it was fun to, like, just one of those things where it's fun to make fun of with a friend and shit. And
dude,
like,
I think most of the episodes we watch, we were making fun of it all the way through.
Exactly. Because, like, the story would have been
singer
fine.
Girl, like, is friends with, spoiler alert, with fucking Wonder Bread since childhood, and they're like in the rain and shit, like, oh, I wanted to see you. And I was just telling Shreddy over here, I was just saying, what if the protagonist was just sitting there, he's like, listen, Wu-Tang ain't nothing to fuck with. What? Excuse me? They're just saying all this.
Wu-Tang ain't nothing to fuck with, and then he throws her in the ocean.
That's a new part of the story that was never here in the first place, but
that's a deleted scene. The series actually ended right there. She died.
No, just fucking threw her in the water. And just like every Ronnie James Dio song. Ha! Walk away, evil woman. Evil woman, look out tonight.
Look out!
Yeah. Look out! Beware!
But for those uninitiated,
I know to the world. If I never return.
The man on the silver mountain.
Well, I mean, had Dio, but that was.
I mean, it's still Dio.
That was Rainbow.
Yeah, it's just Rainbow, but it's still Dio, though. Just Dio elitist. But for those who don't know, which is everyone, when we refer to somebody as Wonder Bread, we're saying that they're legitimately so fucking boring as a character that bread is more interesting than them. And Wonder Bread is even calling them something too extravagant. They're like the stale. Like
yeah, they're
my
just
favorite,
there, and it's boring as fuck. You know what it is, but it's
my favorite,
fair. It's bread.
my favorite insult that I found recently was when we were watching the that Ed and Eddie compilation, and fucking Rolf calls Kevin a stale, what was it? A stale end piece of white bread.
Something like that.
And that shit was so fucking funny. Like, that is legitimately a crazy insult to call a white guy. And I think that's exactly what these fucking protagonists are. They're just stale end pieces of white bread that somehow get all these girls to fall in love with them literally by being a stupid fucking talentless klutz. And the thing that makes me so upset about Fuka specifically...
It's such a Mary Sue, you know? Like, there's
yes.
flawless...
Yes, because first of all, he's friends with this famous pop star. Holy shit, that's already a big thing. Mm-hmm. Second of all, this girl who he's friends with just so happens to be the favorite artist of this other girl, and they just so happen to fucking
love triangle happens.
Yeah, this completely nothing love triangle, and it's so it's so useless. And then like this guitarist girl who can shred like crazy is like, fuck you, I don't like you, you make me upset. And then all of a sudden, like, apparently, and like the main character is on Twitter all the time, and he was anonymously sending messages to this other character, which just so happened to be the guitarist. And even though she was like, I hate you, I want nothing to do with you, when she finds out that it was him that she was texting the whole time, she immediately falls in love with him. And they're like, we want to...
Sorry, I acted the way I did. Excuse me?
Excuse me? I didn't sign up for this. And, like...
But you were acting like a complete bitch to me before. What the fuck happened there?
Literally what changed? Literally what changed?
Because we're talking about social media more. That's how I became a part of the cool clip. And you're just insulting my bass player skills. Sorry, I'm not loud as Lemmy. Sorry.
And see, that's exactly what I was getting at. They want to start a band, and they're like, I'm gonna play guitar, and I'm gonna sing, I'm gonna play drums. What are you gonna do? And then the main character's like, and she's like, oh, you can play bass, and he's like, okay. And they give him a bass, and he has no prior music experience. Fucking learns complicated bass lines in like 3 weeks. Like,
apparently it was supposed to be by months, but still.
Fucking.
Months. If you're gonna play months, maybe you could learn Ramones. Maybe if you practice every fucking day.
Yeah, if you're really dedicated, then maybe. If you have no prior music experience at all, then that's completely different, because you have to learn how to hold the goddamn thing first.
Tuning the goddamn thing.
Tuning the thing, like,
find the goddamn amp.
Fucking, there's so much that goes into playing an instrument.
If you want to.
Yeah, God, and like, you know, even if you don't want to be a fucking virtuoso, there's still some basic music theory that you have to learn first before you even start learning songs half the time. Like, if you're gonna be in a band fucking doing originals and shit, then you have to learn music theory, because you can't just fucking make music just out of the fucking blue.
Well, come on, Shreddy, we don't know. We barely know about shit about music theory. We already discussed this hours before.
But
it's control
we know,
and just the noise that it's supposed to be at.
No, of course, but like, you know, I'm saying that you at least know like this, like, scales and shit. Like, you at least know like that, like, one particular scale.
I only know like 2.
Yeah, like you at least learned the instrument enough to
some degree.
Yeah, to some degree. This guy literally just picked up a bass and was like, oh, okay, and then was good. And it's bullshit, because like, I have a bass, and I've been playing guitar for 10 years, and I've been playing the bass, and my little fucking guitar princess fingers can barely even hold the fucking bass.
Goddamn
And-
sissy.
Exactly. I'm a fucking sissy when it comes to the bass, and so if a guy who literally has no experience in music whatsoever, except for the fact that he's a friend of a fucking famous pop star, it's fucking nonsensical to even suggest that he would be this good, and that upsets me as a musician. And it's just I like that. That's just. It was fun to make fun of. Like I said, it was fun to watch. It was entertaining, but it's just made me upset with just some of the shit that they did in the show.
Well, of course, for me, Fuka was such a cutie.
Exactly, and that's exactly it. I always base my interest in a show and how cute the girls are. A lot of the time,
And that's what happened to me. I got it from this guy.
He's like, oh my
Or
god, I know.
rather, I got back into it years later because of this guy.
Right.
God damn you.
I mean, it's super easy. All you have to do is fucking fall in love. But
Jiro much?
oh my god. Every time you fucking say her name, I fucking melt.
Jiro. And that's where you
No!
melt like the Wicked Witch.
No. Goodbye, bro. Oh god. I mean, so I don't know. I don't even know how to start talking about Jiro, man. So like I said before, in My Hero Academia, it's about superheroes and shit. And there's this one that has purple hair and a bored expression. Just
Unamused expression.
Exactly. And I actually made Ophelia before I saw Jiro, so it just so happened to be a Quinky Dink. And like the more she talked,
Which is the original character that he has made for his future comic, for some of you that don't know.
I probably should clarify that. Yeah,
Glad I'm here, Weed Whacker.
yes, thank you.
You're welcome, Weed Whacker.
Yeah, like I have 3 original characters that I'm trying to make that I'm making a comic with. That I'm trying to get the ball rolling, getting people familiar with them. We'll talk about that in a later date in depth. But when I refer to,
especially, I'm stupid tired. I got shit to do JAB West tomorrow, and I'm kind of hoping to go fishing. But
okay, nice.
You know, hoping. I don't know if it's gonna rain tomorrow or what, because it's been raining heavily, randomly, a lot here lately in Florida State. So I'm just kind of hoping, but you know, it's just random. If anybody's from Florida, you already know about the goddamn Amazon rain that pours here. It's heavy,
right?
And it makes the humidity even worse, and mosquitoes be flying, and you wish all death upon the mosquitoes.
Yeah.
And that you really can't go outside because it's like batshit pouring. It's not like little pussy drip rains where you can easily walk through with no raincoat. Like, you will get wet. Even if you have an umbrella, it'll blow that shit away almost and soak the fuck out of your feet. Just, no.
Oh, God. And like me coming from the desert, I'm not used to heavy rains. So when I moved over here to Dallas, it was fucking insane on how much it rained. Like, it would rain for weeks straight, and we're not used to that. So like, when the humidity is fucking unbearable, at least to us, and anyone else who's like used to humidity would be like, this is amazing, it's so fresh.
Yeah,
but
it's more
I'm suffocating.
This is fun. What are you complaining about? It's alright.
Exactly.
Same as back home.
I'm used to dry heat. And humidity fucking kills me.
Yeah, humidity does fucking kill. It really does.
Just I think just to close up on the whole thing, just to conclude this first episode.
We know that a lot of these cute girls are younger, but in our imaginations, they could be older. And if you want to argue with them, that's really fucking weird because they're not even real. Second, you could technically make them what age you want because they're not physically real. And thirdly, when they cosplay, maybe a woman my age, you know, would cosplay as Yaoyorozu or fucking Ochako, and they're the same age. I mean, fucking my pants. No explanations.
And
Or
see,
no more
like,
explanations.
fucking the artist of My Hero got like major flack for drawing girls, the girls in
They can go
bikinis.
fuck themselves.
Yeah, and it's stupid
You
because
can't tell me fuck me because I like doing it to myself. I do too much.
I mean, like, it's so fucking stupid because first of all, the culture in Japan is different. So
We don't
if
care
you-
about that. They want to talk about political correctness, but really, they're cute girls in imagination, and we
Exactly.
just want action too, ladies or gentlemen.
like a cute girl is just a cute girl, and
Yep.
like they're
Personality
always,
with looks, or just strictly looks. Be honest with yourselves, especially
Yes,
for women out
exactly.
there. That happens like the guy just for their looks. Are we gonna get mad? Maybe we will, but
That-
not as bad
that's-
as you fucking would.
the people like that is what made me hate anime in the first place. All the people that loved every fucking brooding anime guy that was like, the world is so bleak and full of nothing. It's meaningless. The entire world makes me sick.
And my face looks like the shape of a Domino's pizza. It's very, very sharp. And my partner over here, that just seems dark and degrading as me, has the head shape of it's 10 times sharper, like a Dorito. Very sharp. But
My
happens to
chin
have
is-
the gothic Hot Topic look.
My chin is unrivaled only by Jay Leno.
Well,
And-
Jay Leno has a straight fucking butt chin.
it's the entire hip.
Entire hip.
Oh god, like I just hate that fucking, like, for those who watch Death Note, I fucking hate characters like Light where they're just like, the entire world is meaningless. I'm too good for this world. And then they get some fucking crazy thing that gives them a god complex, and they're like, I am the most best anything ever. And people fall in love with characters like that just because they're so like, world's meaningless. I love nothing. The world is hurt. It's fucking, I hate that. And
Right.
yeah, I hate characters like that
Yeah.
because that's what.
No, I just said yeah. Agree.
Yeah, and like people who would not shut up about Death Note and other characters in anime like it, those people ruin anime for me because they're the ones that fucking love the shit and they wouldn't shut up about it. And even more so, like this will be like my probably my closing statement, but
Finally.
yes, I know, but
Just releasing a lot of steam. out of your
yes,
brain.
absolutely, because this one thing pissed me off a lot. This is going back to our conversation about like how people consider music or like metal to be noise and about anime, so it's gonna fucking bring everything all full circle. I used to know somebody who was super obsessed with anime and Death Note specifically, and she did not like heavy metal, which of course was my shit.
She did not?
She did not like death metal.
Oh my
And-
god. Although she wanted to listen to your interest. The hypocrisy.
But see,
Hypocrisy.
but here's what happened. She was like, I don't like heavy metal. It's just no. It's just like, okay, fine, whatever. That's what everybody says, but whatever. Fine. But because she knew I
He's a
play guitar,
sinner.
she asked me. She was like, "You play guitar? Could you learn how to play the Death Note theme song?" And I listened to it, and it opened with a death metal song, and like that shit upset me because I was like, this is the heaviest thing that you know. This is the only heavy thing that you know, and you want me to play it. And that it upsets me because like you're so adamant, you're so like, I hate anything that has distorted guitar, anything that has screaming, it's gross, ew. But like because this is linked to an anime that you fucking that you're fucking crying over, fucking, you want me, you like this song only because it's in an anime that you like. Do you even like the song? And like, I was like, oh god, no, I am not gonna fucking play that because I hate it. I don't like the theme song. To me, I hate the theme song. I don't like the way it sounds. And it's not just because it's Death Note. It's just like subjectively, I don't like
Ladies
the way
and
it
gentlemen,
sounds.
although we try to make a closing, Shreddy Wheats is really, really letting out some steam. Just really, really fucking mad. We are proceeding with our regular programming. Thank you for comprehending. Or maybe you already left after fucking 3 or 4 hours, I don't know.
And to close, I think that puppies are great.
I love dogs.
Dogs are great.
Dogs are man's best friend.
That's
Dog.
patriarchy!
Oh, fuck.
Oh, no, not anymore.
But, yeah, man. So, for our first, maybe last episode, jokingly, maybe, I mean, the 12 of you wanted to hear mostly Mr. Wheats over here, although you know him as a unicorn, or by his name. Take a guess. His name's Timothy.
You know.
As annoying smartass as I am and what I'm good at, and if you ever seen Rocky 2 and the one scene with Rocky, Sylvester Stallone, where he's basically supposed to quit boxing, and Adrian tries to tell him, "I thought you were gonna quit boxing." In the quotes I like to use for my own personal life is, "This is what I'm good at," and I'm good at just being a smartass, and I let it be known, audience, I am my own asshole. So even if you tell me, it's like, I know, I'm very well aware of that. You just want the attention. No, I'm like that to anybody, even my own parents. I change it for nobody.
What, like,
also, I got the experience
one
from my own mother. So if you want to blame somebody, sure, blame the source, I guess. But I go a little more extreme.
I am Eggman, the smartass of the smartasses. Maybe someone's better, but I am my own smartass. And then we got Unicorn Wizard. I'm calling him Shreddy Wheats.
That's me.
I know him. And this discloses our long ass podcast if you stuck around. And if you did, goddamn, you're a champ. So props to you.
If you stood here, I want you to comment hashtag wow, longest podcast ever.
Wow, I'm never coming back. Hashtag. Although I put it after instead of before. I don't care. You get the idea. Fuck you.
Yeah, put it at the end of it. That way we know that you're listening.
Yeah. So that discloses, folks. So hope you enjoyed in some way, and who knows when the second episode will be coming. Just
might be in a week. Might be in 3 years.
Yeah, maybe a week. We could work something out.
We definitely can.
So adios to you on
Nachos.
JABcast.
Adios from JABcast.
No, let's say it at the same time.
All right.
1,
2, 3. Adios from JABcast. Okay.
Fucker, you weren't even ready. Okay, one more time.
3, 2, 1. And
Adios
adios from
JABcast.
JABcast.